This was sent to me to have a look at, and I've been using it for about 3 weeks. Let's take a look. Here's the Kaiweets ES20 electric screwdriver and bit set. Let's pop it open. This company is developing a real reputation for its packaging. It's usually pretty spot on. Let's crack it open. The container has a few pouches here. It's magnetic manual, extensive bit collection. One of the nice things about this bit collection is they include several of the most common sizes. So if you lose one, you're not out. That was really thoughtful. Check out some of the other things in the bag. USB-C charge cable, extension, bent tweezers, brush, spudger, gooseneck extension, metal spudger, suction cup, SIM card ejection tool, magnetizer and demagnetizer, and some picks that can help you with adhesive, and then of course the hand tool. Some features of the hand tool: your forward and reverse controls, LED lighting, we'll get into that later, USB-C charge port. Some impressions of the handpiece that I have gained after about 3 weeks of using it. One, it's still on the charge that it came with. I have not charged this thing up yet. So long battery life. I wasn't sure about how comfortable it would be to use, but it's been perfectly fine. As always with these type of hand screwdrivers, they're useful for what they're useful for. They're not useful for everything. The ES20 has more torque than something like the Wow Stick, but I still wouldn't overestimate it. Devices it works well on: iPhones, iPads, Nintendo Switch, Nintendo DS, Nintendo Switch Lites, laptops to a degree, and by degree I mean I probably wouldn't try to break a hinge screw with this screwdriver. This is what I use on large game consoles like Xbox Series X, PS5, Xbox One X, PS4s, and I highly recommend you get something of this nature to work on those. They require a lot of torque. In this case, you can dial in the torque settings very precisely so it doesn't overdrive screws, but it provides you a lot of torque. I have an Xbox we can demonstrate on. It's really not made for them. It might do all right here, but nope. It just doesn't have the torque to handle the screws on a console of this nature. However, the bits have done nothing but impress. I've been using them in my big driver for about 3 weeks now, with no issue at all. They're not stripping, they're not wearing down. These bits are not soft. I would put their hardness probably along the lines of the WeHaul bits I have, which is saying something. I was a little concerned when I saw that they were plated. Anybody who's been a technician for very long has run into lots of plated screwdrivers that were just soft and terrible. These are not that. I have been pleasantly surprised. As stated, it works perfectly for smaller devices like the Nintendo Switch here. The only negative drawback I have really found with this driver is the LED. Honestly, they're next to useless, especially if you're in a well-lit environment. I'm always in a well-lit environment. I think most people who use this tool will be in a well-lit environment. I like the fact that it locks. You can hand screw the screws with this driver. It comes in handy with machine screws. Anyone who's worked on Nintendo Switches knows it's kind of hard to find a tri-wing that will bite perfectly into the Nintendo Switch screws. This one had a perfect one. I was very happy about that. It makes pretty short work of it, and as I stated, I really like the fact that it locks down. When you're working machine screws, the best way not to cross-thread them is to start them backwards until you feel the click. When you feel the click, it's actually threaded in, and then you can safely screw it in without ever cross-threading. So it's essential that this locks in place so that you can manipulate it by hand. The bits in this set are extensive. I'm very happy with the variety. The set was very well thought out as far as sizes go. And as stated before, they include multiples of very common sizes. So if you lose one, you're not out. That was very thoughtful. Beyond that, there isn't much else to cover. It's a very well thought out, thoughtfully assembled electronic screwdriver set. It's perfectly capable on the right devices, the right tool for the right job. But the bits are capable for just about any job. That's wonderful flexibility. If electronic screwdrivers are your thing, I don't think you can go wrong with this set. I'd like to thank Kaiweets for sending one over for me to review. And if you found value from this video, I think you'll find value from this one too. And I'll see you there.